On this day in 1616, Galileo Galilei left the hall of the Inquisition in Rome, and hit the ground with his foot and said his famous sentence, "But it moves." Galileo Galilei was well versed in astronomy, a genius in making telescopes that allowed him to observe the movement of the planets, and he realized the error of Aristotle about the centrality of the Earth, which the Church had adopted for hundreds of years, and made it an integral part of the Christian faith. He believed in the theory of Copernicus, which says that the Earth is not the center of the universe, but the Sun, and that the Earth is nothing but a planet that orbits in its orbit, and he wrote a book in which he published the ideas of Copernicus and added explanations and modern evidence to prove their validity. The Inquisition in Rome considered this speech apostasy, heresy, and a departure from the teachings of the Holy Scripture, and ordered him to be brought to the courtroom. Galileo Galilei came from the city of Pisa, bound after they put him in sackcloth for the heretics, and in the courtroom he tried hard to defend his ideas. But the court gave him two options, either to be burned alive as the law of punishments for heretical heretics stipulates, or to retract his statements. So he had no choice but to retract what he said to save his skin, and when he left the courtroom he hit the ground with his foot and said, "But it moves." The funny thing is that after about 300 years of his death, the Church apologized to him for that trial that was conducted for him. The trial of Galileo Galilei was one of the main reasons that pushed people in Europe to revolt against the Church, as the Church had adopted many myths and made them sacred truths, and when the dawn of science emerged, and it became clear that the Church was in one valley, and science in another, the Church's hand was lifted from public life and the roles in Europe were divided on the principle of what belongs to God and what belongs to Caesar belongs to Caesar. 1,000 years before the trial of Galileo, Muslim scientists were flourishing under the cloak of freedom of thought and authorship, and no one was tried for a book. Thank you for your time, like and subscribe for more.